I dare you not to feel incredible after this session where we use a few props. You're going to need a band, a roller, and either a cushion or a folded up big towel. We're going to work on diaphragmatic breathing. So to help us with that, you take your band and you put it around the bottom of your ribs and just lightly cross it. When you inhale, I want the band to come together with your fingers. And as you exhale, it slightly comes apart. Do that with me. Put the band there, and I want you to inhale and exhale. I like to breathe in through my nose and out through my mouth. But you know what? I don't care. As long as you move that band, inhale. Doesn't matter if we're at different times. It's very important that we start to get those lungs moving properly the way they're supposed to, so that we can get all the health benefits of this session. One more, and then you can get rid of your band. Let's wake up the lymphatic system by jumping. So think of yourself on a little rebounder. Heels up and down. You are literally pumping up, revving up your lymphatic. There is not a single day that I don't do this. And I always do it in bare feet because it's very important that the muscles in my feet react as well. Breathe. Very good for your pelvic floor as well. I'm sure you know why. Okay, and bring it to a stop. You can feel yourself tingling and buzzing, right? We're going to do the rub and scrub. So using your knuckles, using your fingertips, I don't care. It's not very hard. It's about bringing awareness to your body, to what you're about to do, bringing blood flow, hydration, reducing the risk of, I can't talk today, risk of injury. Over the arms. Now, I want you to go over the shoulders really well today and up the neck. Because remember, this is tension release. And when I think about myself and most of my clients, that's one of the biggest areas. Lower back. Do you find that gets tense? On most people. So come on, give it some love. Just bring some fluids there. Bring heat, friction. Go down your hamstrings. In fact, you know what? Just bring some blood flow to wherever you need. For me, it's always my hamstrings, my glutes, my hips, my shoulders, which we've done, and my knees. And I like to go down the shins as well, and let's go into the ankles. But what I want to teach you is, you find the areas, it might be your wrists, could even be the tops of your feet. And with the knees, you can go laterally, you can go up and down. You can go into the inner thighs, the groin. It really will help prepare your body well. Our next move, let me show you. We're going to take it to a plank. And I want you to work really hard on your plank. So glide your shoulder blades down. And obviously, if it's too much, come down to the knees, as long as your shoulders are in a good position. If you're in a full plank, press back. And then glide forwards. So we're opening up the pelvis and the lower back. And if this is a bit too much for your wrists, no worries. Come to your knuckles, drop the knees down, and work on your lower back this way. So you come into a child's pose, and then dip the hips forward slightly. So make it work for you. It's great. I want to come back into the plank. Keep the abs drawn in. Your next move, go into a downward dog because we're going to come into a pigeon sit. So you're going to, draw your leg across just like this and keep your chest up. I'm not sat down. And then come back up. And then the other side. So this is tension relief and we're working on mobility. I'm not stretching you so much. I just want you to mobilize all through your pelvis, hips, lower back. Can you feel it? I certainly can. Now marry it up with your breath. And you know what? If you feel like you need to sit here in a stretch, then do so. But I'm going to keep it in line with the theme, which is mobilizing. Just keep breathing. But if your wrists are sore, take the weight off and come down to the elbows. Okay, hold it here. Your next move, just take your feet and march them. And then come down. Now, grab your cushion or your towel for the next bit. Okay, so take your towel or your cushion and put it down. Then I want you to put your pelvis on there and come to the elbows. And now push your pubic bone into the cushion. And I want you to lift one leg and then the other. Now, if you feel this in the lower back, as I do, come down. I can get so much better extension from here. Rest your head on your hands, squeeze the glute and draw the belly button in. Every time you lift, think about lengthening your leg away as well as squeezing your glutes. Think about drawing the belly button up tighter as if someone is tightening your corset from the back. Last one, and we're going to come up onto our hands and knees and grab the band. Okay, so hook your foot into the band and hold on to it. I like to wrap my hands around the cushion, push the shoulders into a good position here, and then extend the legs. So it's working into your glutes even more, keeping your hips level, drawing your abs up after we've activated it. And if that's too much, just get rid of the band. But it is really good if you can do the band. And then to change legs, you just slide your foot in and change it to your other hand and do it again. Try and hold that extension if you can. Try and keep your hips level if you can. We're going to do 2 more like that. And then we're going to get into the hip flexors and the hamstrings. Okay, so come up. And I'm going to use the pillow just because my knee prefers a little bit more support. And we're going to go into hip flexor with an arm reach and then push back and straighten the front leg. Inhale, squeeze the butt under you. Exhale, push back. Now I'm keeping my toe down at the moment because I want it to be under my butt. I don't want to go all the way through to the nerve as well. I want it in the hamstring connection. If anything feels really good, keep going. Just press pause. But I'm going to change sides. So tuck, lift while keeping your rib cage down. Press the band into your shin. Inhale, lift. You've got a beautiful opening on the front of your hip here. And as you push back, you feel it underneath your butt cheek and halfway down the hamstring. One more time. And stop. Check this out. I'm going to use the pillow still here. Step out. Turn the toe out. I'm just going to lean into it. Just lean into it. Feel that big stretch on the groin. Now, if you want more, you take the band. Separate the band so the backs of your shoulders are now connected, yeah? And back in. Here's another little option. Rotate. One more time and then we'll do the other side. Rotate. And change sides. So, turn the toe out or the foot. First thing we did, let's get into the groin. Now you can stick with that move. You can literally just stick with that. But otherwise, the next one was separate the shoulders. And the third one, separate the band and rotate. It's actually quite challenging when you're in this position. Stop there. It's time to lie on her back. I'm going to use the cushion on my head. Lie down, keep hold of your band. Now take the band and put it across your thighs. Inhale as you exhale. I want you to pelvic curl and keep the arms connecting down for as long as possible. And then draw them up and over your head, keeping your shoulders down. If you don't like the pillow, please don't worry, get rid of it. Now roll down through your vertebrae, slowly, with control, and then bring your arms back down, pushing the band into the thighs, and then roll up again, sending your knees diagonally away. Arms go overhead, shoulders are relaxed. Coming down. One vertebrae at a time, drawing the band over your thighs. Should we do one more? Because it does feel really good. It feels like I'm putting space in between each and every one of my vertebrae. How about you? And draw it back down. Now stop here. Use the band above your chest and drop your shoulders down. Separate the band again, keep your wrists straight. Draw your knees up over your hips, connect them. Now reverse curl in towards your band. And obviously, if that's too much, you don't have to touch the band. But this is when you learn how important your shoulders are when you're working your core. Because instead of having our arms on the floor balancing us, we're anchoring them down by separating the band. This is extremely good for you, but fairly challenging. So breathe out, breathe in. Wrists straight, shoulders at the back are definitely connected. And our core is cylinder shaped. It goes from the shoulders all the way down to the waist. Maybe a bit below actually. So when you do this exercise with the band, you can actually feel, stop there, the internal cylinder. I want you now to cross one leg over and then slowly pull it in. By doing this, there's a stretch here, your piriformis muscle. So if you get sciatica, this is really good. Breathe. Adjust your hands if you need. So everyone's different, but I feel it all around this area here in my lower glute, slightly in my hip, and it feels good. It should feel good. You can circle the ankles. But breathe. That's the most important thing. Because we've worked into it. Just release the legs and change sides and bring them in. And you know what? If you want to get your knee slightly over the opposite side, if you feel nothing, that's fine. Take it to a figure of four stretch because I don't feel anything in this side if I do the piriformis stretch because it's not tight. The last thing we're going to do, we will need the roller for. So why don't you grab your roller now? Okay, so with your roller, you're going to put it on the side, put your knee on top of it, then you lie down on your pillow. This is one of my favorite things. Take the bottom leg and inch it back very slightly so your glute engages. Hands together, and off we go. Rotations. My eyes are following my hands. The roller supports my leg. So if you don't have a roller, you just need something that's going to support your leg. It anchors in your hips. There is something you can add on here. You can stay in that open position and then just bring your elbow into your waist, out, and extend. So you bring in some chest opening as well. So we worked into and mobilized. We brought blood flow, we did lymphatic jumping, and now we are restoring everything and really calming the nervous system down with our deep diaphragmatic breath. How we started is how we finish. We breathe in fully to the lungs and expand the rib cage. Come back and we're going to do the other side. Now, I'm going to change sides. You can just switch. But I like to look at you. So, once you've got your leg on, hands together. Follow your hand with your eyes and bring it back. So think about opening up the muscles over the front of your armpit, your chest. Never force it. This should feel incredible. I'm getting a mobilizing feeling in my lower back, even my mid back. And now I want the chest, so I'm going to bring the elbow in and out. And if I've got tension in my leg, which I just felt, I'm just going to put my hand over the top of my thigh so I'm not struggling to hold it there. I can relax. One more. Fantastic. Come up. Now, this could feel quite strong. So you take the roller and it's going to go under your bra strap or just above. And you support your head. And very slowly go for a heart opener. This is why I need you to support your head, because it's actually pretty intense because most people's backs are very tight. So come up out of it, sliding your rib cage down towards your hips. And as you inhale, So typically, most people are tight in this area that's on the roller now. Opening it up is a really good idea. So doing 4 more, we're going to really work on the breath into the rib cage. Diaphragmatic breathing, inhale. Close your eyes. Exhale. Your posture is going to feel so much easier after this. Obviously, it goes without saying, if any of this hurts, you reduce the movement. And if it still hurts, you do not do this one. But that's 4 moves. And you are done. I really hope you feel as incredible as me right now. Thank you very much.